Today, we're diving into one huge idea that the most important battle you will ever fight is the one that's happening inside your own head. This is all about how to win that inner game so you can start building the life you actually want to live. So let's get right into it. This quote, this is it. This is the core of everything we're going to talk about. Just think about it for a second. The most important conversation you have, day in and day out, is the one you have with yourself. So the real question is, what are you telling yourself? Is it a story that lifts you up, or one that's kind of holding you back? All right, let's kick things off with our first big principle: your thought, your reality. We're about to see just how deep this goes, how the world inside your mind, what you truly believe, actually creates the results you see in the real world. So look at this. This is the choice we all face every single day. On the left, you've got all the noise, right? The opinions, the judgments from everyone else. But on the right, that's your own inner voice, your conviction. And yeah, we're told to listen to feedback, but the key here is that your voice has to be the loudest one in the room. It's got to be the final say. This right here captures a huge paradox. It feels totally backward, doesn't it? To get the world's attention, you first have to ignore it. But it's so true. When you stop worrying about what everyone thinks and just pour all your energy into your own growth, you build something so real, so powerful, that the world can't help but turn around and notice. Okay, so if our thoughts are really that powerful, what does that mean when it comes to winning? Well, in this next section, we're going to see that victory doesn't just happen out there on the field. It happens in your mind first. Every single battle is won or lost before it even starts. There's this incredible ancient proverb that says it all. Man ke hare har, man ke jeete jeet. And what it means is basically defeat comes from a defeated mind and victory comes from a victorious one. See, losing isn't just some random event. It's a mental decision you make. And winning, that's a state of mind you choose long before you ever see the result. And this slide just lays that choice out plain and simple. On the left, if you mentally give up, if you even entertain the idea of defeat in your mind, well, the game's already over. But on the right, if you resolve to win, if you just decide, I will find a way no matter what, you've already won. The actions that come next are just the details falling into place. So, how do you build that victorious mindset? It really comes down to this simple but incredibly powerful mantra. It's not about being fearless or knowing everything. It's about a simple promise you make to yourself when you face a challenge. What I know how to do, I'll do it. And what I don't know, I'll learn it. Seriously, with that attitude, what could possibly stop you? Okay, so we've talked a lot about mindset, but a powerful mindset without action is, just a nice daydream. And that brings us to our next really important section, understanding that the people who truly try, they can never really lose. Wow, what a powerful image. We all want that, to shine, to have that recognition and success. But we forget what it takes. The sun doesn't just shine, it burns. That brilliant light we see is the product of this immense, fiery, constant effort. The work always comes before the glow. And that work takes a ton of courage. Look at this boat. It was built for the ocean. But if it just stays in the harbor because it's afraid of the waves, it's failing its one true purpose. Fearing the waves guarantees you go nowhere. The big idea here is that the act of trying is its own kind of victory. The only real failure is refusing to ever set sail. And this takes that idea to a whole other level. It's saying that with enough desire, the actual rules of what's possible can start to bend. When your why is strong enough, you'll figure out the how, even if it seems as impossible as building a stone bridge right on top of the water. So when does all this effort and trying actually start? Well, this slide shows us the brutal, honest cost of waiting. The person who says tomorrow, they just lost the day. The one who keeps saying the day after that, the years just fly by. But the one who says today, that's the person who rules their own life. The only moment you have any real power is right now. But what happens when you actually start taking all this action? You're on fire, you're making things happen. Inevitably, you're gonna run into criticism. So our next section is all about how to stay on your path and just ignore the noise from the world. This is such a brilliant way to reframe criticism. We're so often taught to think that if people criticize us, we must be doing something wrong. But this idea completely flips that. Think about it. Nobody bothers a tree that has no fruit on it. So if people are throwing stones at you, it's usually a sign that you're actually producing something valuable. And that is exactly why you have to keep going. As this slide says, people's opinions are temporary. They're fickle. The very same people who criticize you on your journey will be the first ones to celebrate your arrival. The key is to never let their temporary opinions get in the way of your permanent goals. Their view will change, your mission can't. All right, let's start to pull all of these ideas together in our final section. This is all about looking forward, about understanding that no matter what's happened so far, your story is still being written. I just love this. It's like a declaration of power. It's saying that falling down isn't failure. It's just part of the process. Every single time you get back up, you're looking your challenges right in the eye and showing them that you are so much bigger than any single setback. You're defined by your resilience, not by your stumbles. And this might be the most important perspective to have of all. Whatever happened today, whether it was a huge success or a crushing failure, it was just one page. It is not the whole book. Your story is so far from over. So please never let one difficult page make you think you know how the entire book is going to end. So, we're going to end on this question. A lot of us feel like our destiny is this thing that's already been written for us. But what if the point isn't to read your destiny, but to write it? What if you could change everything with just one powerful, committed decision to win the game inside your own head? Just try making one decision like that today. Who knows? You might just rewrite your entire story.